Hey guys, it's Chelsey. So I thought I would film outside today. There is a bit of a breeze, but I'm sure you can still hear me fine. It's really quiet out here. Ooh. Anyway, I wanted to come out here in nature because it's such a beautiful day today and have a chat with you guys um, about my vegetarianism and just kind of have a conversation about that. My voice sounds a little weird. I did go out last night for the first time pretty much ever. I don't go out to like clubs or bars or anything, but I went with my friends to a pub last night and actually had a really good time. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. So had a really good time, and so yeah, my voice is a little from all the yelling, trying to talk to people. But anyway, so let's talk about vegetarianism. So I went vegetarian literally overnight. If you hear that noise, it's my dogs trying to come out here. I don't want them to come out here because they mess up the camera. Anyway, I went vegetarian May of 2016. So we're coming at the end of this year. It should be around the 1.5 year mark, I would think. Ooh, the sun's coming out. And I can honestly say that I will be vegetarian for the rest of my life. Okay, so let me start off by saying that I don't think I'm better than any of you watching this that are meat eaters or whatever the case is. I don't think I'm better than you or a better person than you or whatever. Everyone in their life has to make decisions for themselves, and for a long time I didn't realize how important the decision about your diet is. It's the fuel you put into your body. It affects you physically and mentally, and it's something we have to do to survive, and it is a big deal. And I didn't realize that for a long time. I was just, I'm hungry, okay, I'm gonna put something in my mouth and eat it. I didn't really care. And then I did my research and I started to care. And I know, being a vegetarian and not being a vegan or being plant-based, that I am still contributing to some pretty terrible things that go on in the dairy and egg industry, but I'm definitely not giving my dollar to the worst industry of all, which is the meat industry, where they're physically slaughtering animals. And for me, it was just, the vegan YouTubers, watching their videos, having a realization of how much I love animals. I love pigs, you guys. This is why I relate to like Shane Dawson so well. He's like obsessed with pigs. I'm the same way. They make me emotional. I love them. I think they're so cute when they're tiny, when they're big and fat and pot bellies. And they're so smart and a very undervalued animal. And yeah, I just made that connection in May of last year. Oh, now they're gonna bark. Oh my gosh. Made that connection May of last year, and I just haven't been able to go back. I would definitely be lying to you if I didn't say there were moments where it's not like I crave meat, because, I don't crave meat, but okay, sorry about that. So it's not like, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't crave meat. I'm not sitting there like, man, I could really use a juicy steak, because I've kind of made that connection where I don't look at that steak as a steak anymore. I look at it as like a piece of a being that is on my plate, which is really disturbing. And I just kind of crave like that texture, if that makes sense. The vegetarian and vegan fake meats in the grocery store have really come a long way, and they've really tried to perfect that kind of texture, but it's definitely not the same, and it doesn't make me want to consume the meat. There's just some moments where I just kind of want like that kind of juicy, texture, if that makes sense. Definitely, I don't think they'll ever be able to come out with like a vegan steak or anything. It's just that kind of like juicy texture, but it's definitely not a reason for me to want to eat meat. I have made that connection. I see it for what it is. I see the chicken, not just the fact that we're gonna call it, you know, a drumstick or something and try and make it seem like it's not a piece of something, but it is. And yeah, so for the ethical reasons, it's made me really happy. Mentally, I feel better about what I eat. And again, I know I'm not vegan and plant-based, and I know I'm still contributing to some pretty horrible stuff, but I've at least taken a step in the right direction. And yeah, I feel better about what I eat. I think, you know, we all grow up on this kind of like standard diet, you know, just eat whatever. And when you make a decision about your diet, whether it is to, and I'm not talking about like fad diets or dieting like that. I'm talking about, you know, if you choose to start consuming, or if you choose to go vegetarian or things like that, or if you decide to do like fully raw, you decide to do high carb, low fat, you do whatever. You make decisions about your diet that better you, and it's very empowering, and it's something that I feel like a lot of people, most people are just kind of told, hey, here's the way you're supposed to eat, and we do that. But I'm definitely happy about some of the vegan YouTubers on here that kind of encouraged me to question things and be like, well, actually, where is this coming from? And you know, where is my dollar going to? And you look into it, and it's not good. It's pretty terrible. And so yeah, that's kind of just about the ethical stuff and how that's been. And as far as dealing with people and whatnot, you know, obviously it's weird because I definitely remember when I was younger hearing, you know, oh, this person's vegetarian, just hearing not very many people at all when I was growing up, but maybe like hearing, oh, one person was vegetarian and being like, how are you vegetarian? And just like baffled that someone could do that. I could never do that. And then here I am. So it's one of those things, you can never say never. I definitely prejudged it. And yeah, I'm never going back, and dealing with people, it's whatever. You know, people are gonna make a big deal out of it or not. Most people have been pretty kind about it, and just, hey, you do you, you know. We kind of live in that world where everyone's just kind of like, all right, you do you, man. There's so much, everyone's, you know, so different nowadays. There's not like a streamlined person. People have, you know, anyway, that's a whole other topic, but yeah, so everyone's been pretty kind about it. And but of course there's always few people, you know. When I went to visit Josh's family, they were super kind about it, but I definitely did feel, oh, it's like a bug, oh, it's a bee, it's a bee. I definitely did feel a little bit of judgment from them, because, you know, they were making burgers, and I was like, oh, can you make my veggie burger? And it was super sweet. Josh's mom actually bought the veggie burgers for me because I didn't plan ahead, and she was at the store. She's like, let me get you veggie burgers. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, everyone there was a meat eater, living and loving their meat, and I was just sitting there like, hey. You know, but everyone was pretty nice about it. It's kind of tough when people ask you, well, why are you vegetarian? And it's just such a spiel. I wish I could just like turn one of my vegetarian videos on and be like, this is why, okay? This is why I started, you know, I started doing vegetarianism for myself, because I didn't feel very good when I ate meat. It made me feel very sluggish and kind of, my stomach hurt a lot when I ate it. And then it turned into more ethical reasons once I did the research, and that just kind of solidified me cutting meat out of my diet. I just think it's crazy that the day I stopped eating meat, like I haven't ate meat since. I did have one situation where someone didn't tell me there was meat in a sauce on a pizza. It was like mixed in. So I did consume it, and oh my god, you guys, my stomach, and it's crazy because it's only, at that point, it had only been maybe a year or 6 months to a year, but my body had already changed. It wasn't used to processing that, and for 2 days, man, my stomach was just tore up. I felt nauseous, And I was like, well, even if I wanted to, I couldn't, because physically that would make me so ill to go back to eating meat. But you know, Josh, my boyfriend, everyone around me loves me, and I don't judge them for it. You do whatever makes you comfortable eating, and I'm gonna do what makes me comfortable eating and is best for me mentally, physically. I don't really think I've lost weight. I think I've actually gained weight since I started being vegetarian, but I don't eat like a very good vegetarian. I eat a lot of vegetarian junk food, but it's fine. I mean, I would be eating the same stuff if I ate meat and whatnot, you know, whether it be fake chicken patties and stuff, and those aren't good for you either. So it's just kind of like I'm on the same diet, just no meat death involved. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, and what's funny is I've turned people on to some vegetarian items, like I got Josh hooked on some burritos at Taco Bell that are vegetarian, and he likes Culver's, which is a fast food restaurant. I don't know where all they are in the US, but they have a veggie patty. They're one of the few fast food places that have it, and it's amazing. And Josh actually tried just a little piece of it and he loved it. He said it tasted better than the meat, so he's gonna start getting that. And he's not going vegetarian, but it's just nice to see people kind of open up, and you know, it's okay to have stuff that's vegetarian. You know, it doesn't mean it's bad. And yeah, it doesn't mean it's bad. Obviously, being a vegetarian, I'm not gonna like dabble in stuff that has meat, but if something tastes good, it tastes good, and if it goes along with how you want your diet to be, then what's wrong with that, you know? So I've gotten him turned on a few vegetarian items, so it's nice when we go out together, you know? I'm like, oh, you like it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about it. I know some of this I talked about in my other video, but I think it's important to update you guys on it every once in a while, just let you know how it's going. And for those of you that are maybe thinking about it or whatever, to just go ahead and bite the bullet and try it. At the end of the day, if it, you know, if it doesn't work for you, you can go back to eating meat. It's fine, but at least give it a shot if it's something you're considering doing. And is there anything else I wanted to cover? No, I guess that's it. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I definitely can't say that I've lost any weight or have a lot of differences physically, but definitely mentally, and just my satisfaction with my food is much higher since I've been vegetarian. And plane going over. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I'm trying to work on posting more. Life has just been crazy. I had a falling out with a friend. Josh got a new job super far away, so now we're only seeing each other maybe once a week at max. It's just a lot's been going on. So I've been dealing with all of that and haven't really been in the mood to film. But I do appreciate you guys for sticking around on this crazy channel that makes no sense. And if you have any requests, leave them in the comments below so I can do that. And I will see you guys next time here on Life of Chelsea. Bye-bye.